Yeah, first of all, I want to introduce myself as a singer of jazz. I am Bwanaboza. I sing jazz and other musics like it's like fusion jazz. Besides that, my songs reflect much our daily life. For example, I have a song which talks about the formation of world kingdoms and monarchs as divine promise of Lord. Besides that, I also talk about the African clans which existed a long time ago, or which existed before the coming of colonialists to Africa, and those clans, they still exist up to now, and those clans is a gift which is bestowed upon special families in Africa. So we also have monarchs in the world, like in Europe we have Spain, we have United Kingdom, we have Norway, we have Belgium, we have other kingdoms in different parts of the world that with the modern political system, some of them are facing some problems in the change of the constitution. But the existence of the monarch is divine promise of Lord. And we also have some powers like similar to monarchs in the Middle East, which are known as prophets, that even the political leaders respect them, even though the world does not recognize much. So in this part, you are going to see in the documentary that it talks about the creation of these powers with the help of the song Divine Promise of Lord, that is a power which is bestowed as upon certain families of the world, that democracy has no power to change the existence of the monarch, even though some people, more especially some politicians, they talk against the existence of the monarchs. Some they even talk about it, that the monarchs must end. So in this song, I am trying to inform the world about the formation of the monarchs as divine promise of Lord, with the help of biblical reference, because in the Middle East, where we had the prophets, who wrote the Bible, and the Bible, or I can say the Holy Scriptures, were discovered in the Middle East. So most of the people will get detailed information about the formation of world kingdom in this documentary. Besides that, there is a jazz song which backs the facts about the formation of the world kingdom as divine promise of Lord. It's a song that talks, which gives detailed information on how the monarchs were formed. For example, we have some monarchs in the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia. We also have some monarchs in other parts of the Middle East. We also have some political leaders who are known as prophets in the Middle East. Unfortunately, people do not ask themselves the originality of such powers. And in this documentary, it talks much about the formation of world kingdom as divine promise of Lord, because most of the monarchs in the world are facing some political changes. Some politicians, they even try to come up with some opinions to end up the existence of the monarchs. So in this documentary, you are going to get detailed information about the formation of the world kingdom as monarchs. Besides that, it also talks about the coming back of Israel to existence in 1948. That is a nation that disappeared, and it was written that Israel was going to come back to existence with the help of the other nations. And it happened, though the world does not recognize. So in the song of Divine Promise of Lord, it's a song that streets words against the kingship of the world. Why they don't know how it came to existence. Divine promise of Lord, divine promise of Lord, nobody change. Divine promise of Lord, nobody change. You will never see ministerial politicians taking a fight against it. Would you tell me now, where was Israel in the world war? Would you tell me now, where was Israel in the World War I? This is a song which talks about the formation of Israel as divine promise of Lord also. Israel is a nation which disappeared and it came to existence, and it has been promised that Israel was going to come back to existence. So, and to existence with the help of other nations. And it happened so, even though some people do not believe. We also have some monarchs. Most of the monarchs, to be where they are, they fought a lot for those countries. And the monarchs, they deserve the position that they are holding. So this is a song that democracy has limits that the world must recognize. The limitations of democracy, that democracy has limits, that limit, there must be respect, that the constitution where the monarchs exist, there must be respect and the limit when they are talking about political issues. More especially, we have some academics who come from the universities. They are talking against the monarchs, but the formation of the monarchs is a long story. For example, the United Kingdom monarch existed long time ago. It's almost now, we may talk about over 700 years ago it existed. So it's difficult. For people to understand about this. So in this documentary, I have given the example of Israel as a reference to the formation of the world monarchs. We also have some monarchs in Africa, like Switzerland, which existed long time ago. So it's very important for the world, also even the International Court of Justice, to respect the formation of the monarchs in the world, that the constitution of the world is changed each and every time. But the constitution of the world must not affect the existence of the monarch. There is need for the world to respect that. We also have some monarchs like in Morocco. We also have some monarchs, the monarch in Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco. We also have in Lesotho. So it's very important for the people who are doing politics in such countries where the monarchs exist to respect that monarchs are divine pillars of the countries where they are, because the people, the families who has been defending those countries, they deserve the positions that they are holding. It's just like the formation of Israel, as I have already said. So for detailed information, this documentary is going to be exhibited in different parts of the world. I hope that you will get detailed information, as most of it has been posted on the YouTube. You are going to have the live documentary and you are also going to have the audio CD. Besides that, it will come a certain time that this documentary is going to spread all over the world, where the world will have detailed information about the formation of monarchs. The political system, more especially the modern political system, democracy, has nothing to do with the formation of with the existence of the monarchs, not the formation of the monarchs. So it's very important for the people in the world to understand the existence of these powers in the world.